one, but not as powerful as the back one. Hospital, cemetery. Hospital, cemetery. But we want to bring him to the hospital. So this is why we're doing the movement. So the first thing, the block. When he's coming with the hook, I'm moving my hand 90 degrees to my body, up. I have to keep my fingers open but together. This is right, this will be wrong. I'm not fisting because we like to grab and we like to do other damage with open hand. So from here, this is the position of the block. Hook again, nice hook. Here. Here. At the same time, I'm stepping in. So if he's coming with his right hand, I'm coming with my left leg forward. So we're stepping into the motion so we can attack. One more time. This is the first part. The right hand going to do a job too. So when I'm here, stepping in, I'm going to bring the palm of my hand to his nose, up. This is coming from down, up. No matter how big is the guy, I'm going to reach his nose, but I'm using a wave motion from here, using my entire body, push back. So this motion is actually 3 moves that combine to one. This is step, block, and palm up to the nose. Let's look at that as one motion. As he go back now, this is my time to trap his hand. This is a position that we can actually take advantage. There are many ways to finish, but for level 2, we chose a technique that will take him down. This is what I did. With the same hand that block him, I'm going to wrap around his elbow, right here. The way to do it, the hand that block, going to the back side of his elbow, and I'm pulling it towards me while I'm moving with my body close to him. So I'm shifting myself close, block his hand. This is creating the 90-degree angle that we cover on the knife for level 1. This is where we can come and take him down. I'm going to show it again without the t-shirt so you can see, but from here, when you're on this stage, we can take him back. Taking back is by raising my hand up. As more I raise this part, as more he go down. If I raise it halfway, you see what happens to his balance. If I want to raise it higher, I can do that and lift my own elbow. And you go back. While you're lifting his elbow, you can kick the back of his knee. I'm going to do this in slow motion for you to see. Blocking, doing the first move, trapping the hand the same way, keeping the weight on the right leg. Now allow me to go with the left to the back of the knee. I'm going to the back of the knee, kick it back while I'm lifting the elbow. And of course the job has to be finished. So as he goes up to the ground, we have to finish him by kicking either the groin or the face. This is how it's look. We do it in slow motion. Trapping, taking down, this is the position, stamp the face, go away. If the groin close to you around this angle, groin, go away.
For the hook punch now, redirecting the punch up, blocking, at the same time coming wave maneuver to the face. From here, wrapping around the elbow, pressure on the elbow up, and kicking out the knee. Finishing with a kick to the face.
This time we're going to create a choke. So pay attention. The move is just the same. Moving back. The only difference is that I'm leaving my right hand in front of his hand. The left is moving here, the right is moving here. Here it is. If you remember for level 1, we did that. That's actually great because we can use the same motion here. So when we hit here, the hand is here anyway. The left end is going around the neck, and I'm inserting my thumb in. It is extremely important to insert your thumb as deep as you can. This will be right, this will be wrong. You want to really turn your wrist a little bit, so if you pay attention to my wrist will go this way. This is a proper way to hold, this is the wrong way to hold. Again, wrong way to hold, proper way to hold. I'm inserting my hand properly here. Now I'm going to show you for demonstration purposes that if I move my right hand, just stand this way. If I'm just turning with my body, no matter how strong is Joel and how strong is any person, trying to avoid that, he will have to turn. Me turning will create a situation that allows him to turn. The reason is that when the head is turning, the body must turn. There is a pressure on the neck. So when I'm starting pivoting, I'm not using my muscle here to pull. I'm not using the triceps, biceps pulling here. It's only the body motion. In fact, I'm creating some distance. My body is not going to be close to him. I'm going to be further away from him. This is a distance. And from here, I'm pivoting. In order to do the choke now, I'm not going to let go. So my left hand is on the neck with a narrow side underneath his chin. My right hand was here, as you remember. Now all I want to do is, while I'm turning as we turned before, is lift my right hand and put it behind his head. Lift it here, place it behind the head. So let's pay attention. I will do it in slow motion for you. Let's do everything in slow motion. Now let's pay attention to the right hand. The right hand is going to lift his hand and be certain behind his head. The dark side of my hand is facing out. So basically this is the right, I'm not placing my hand on his head. It's the back side of the hand over there. As more I insert it in, as more pressure is going to feel. Now as I turn, the choke is tighter. We're going to look at the turning now. You don't need to be strong for that, you just have to turn. As I turn, it's getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. At that stage you can hold it. Take a few seconds and he's going to sleep. Due to the nature of the fight, many times we don't have the luxury of inserting two hands. What we do now, we grab the shirt, wherever you can grab it, is one hand, and we still can choke using the body. Let's see it. Let me break it down for you. This time I'm going to basically divert the punch and grab the t-shirt wherever I can grab it. Only one hand grabbing the t-shirt now. My thumb is not in. From this position, I'm going to circle. As I circle, this has become like a rope around his neck that's pulling him out of balance. Look at my turning. I'm turning and he's turning with me. One more time. Since my hand grabbing the t-shirt and the t-shirt is going to be wrapping around his neck, as I'm turning and going further away from him, my elbow pointing to the ceiling, and as I'm doing my circle and my left foot going to take long steps over there, my left elbow that was pointing to the ceiling going to be pointing to the floor. So basically, first elbow will be up, and as you turn, the elbow goes down. As you fall down, you put your leg right on top of his head. So basically, his head is between your two legs. You are sitting on each other on his head. You do not sit here, but right on his head. From here, you pull the t-shirt up while you're pushing the head down with your hand. The choke is very, very strong.
For the punch now, which is going to be the right cross alternative, while stepping aside, redirecting the hand behind, grabbing the collar with the thumb inside as deep as possible with the blade against the throat, and bringing the hand behind his arm now. From here, I'm going to move away from my attacker in a circle, taking him out of balance, finishing the choke by thrusting the right hand straight down behind the attacker's neck and behind my arm, with the back of the hand facing him.
It's a pleasure for me to introduce my top student in Canada, Joel Gerson. He's with me for the last 17 years. He's going to demonstrate the brake force. We're going to show you in two different ways. One is the one we're going to perform in the dojo, in the training area, and the other option to do it in the street.
For level 2, we also cover the hard sideways brake points, but of course we have one to the right side and one to the left side. Let's break this one down now. When I'm on the ground now, what I want to do is lie down on a straight line. So my body will be straight from here. My bottom leg is going to be straight. My arm is going to be 45 degrees from my body. My other leg will be protecting the groin from here with the knee bent. At the same time, my other hand is going to be blocking the face. This can either be straight hand or a fist, but the fingers are never open. My fingers are always together. At the same time, this is like a frame here. Nothing can come in, so it's protecting the face. If it's going to be too open, then things can come in. I can get kicked to the face from here. This has to be in front of the face and protecting this way. Same thing, it can't be too low, it's in front. Making sure the blade of the wrist will be facing out. At the same time from here now, what I want to practice doing is hitting the ground. It's going to be the same principle as the hard backwards brake fall. I'm hitting 45 degrees, and I'm letting my hand bounce up every time from here. Right side and left side. Once you got comfortable with this position, then we can move to the next position, which goes as follows. Again, for the next stage, we go to squatting position. This is probably the most difficult part for most people. The key here is to make the transition smooth and never be tempted to put the hands this way or this way. Most people make this mistake the most frequently. What I like to see from here is imagine that when you're standing on the line, you're going to draw a line with your big toe. If you're doing the right side, you take the right toe straight across this way. From here, my hand is also going to come across. So, right foot, right hand. You notice that when I fall, I don't fall flat on my back, I'm on my side, and ideally I'm trying to land on the soft part over here. The spine is never touching the ground, the head is never touching the ground, and of course I'm always exhaling from here. Let's see it a few more times. Right hand, right leg, straight through along the line. And one more time. And of course, everything we do to the right, we do to the left. Let's see the same technique from a different angle now. Pay attention now to the actual part of my body that's hitting the ground. It's this part of the body here. It's the big lats. Let's see the same squatting position from the back. You really have to make a strong effort to transfer the weight to one side, otherwise you'll never get the weight off the leg and be able to move it in front of you and across the line. One more time, watch this. The first thing before I go down is to practice getting the hand and foot at the same time. This part has to be in sync. Otherwise, people swing the leg and then put the hand behind them to stop, which is what we're trying to get out of. So the key now is to get used to this motion. Once I'm comfortable with this, then I can start squatting on the leg that's supporting. From here, squatting. Nice and round. Again, sweeping, squatting. Notice one other thing that I'm doing. My left hand is coming forward so that I can transfer weight to this side. That makes the transition that much easier.